Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, it's time to have a look and see just what is going on when it comes to the month of December 2021 and your cards. Now, just a quick reminder, I do not appear in my monthly tarot forecasts because I do use more cards for these and people like to see the cards, so that's what we're doing here. But you can see me in almost all of my other videos, so there you go. Like your monthly astrology horoscope, which is already up. Don't forget, if you're watching your rising sign forecast, your rising sign is giving you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign forecast is showing up. And your moon sign, well, that's going to be giving you the less prominent, albeit still significant, side story of the month. If you ever want to get a session with me, just go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it, and engagement helps this channel out a lot. Excuse me. So what's going on when it comes to your December? Well, your big theme of December is the Ten of Pentacles upright. And you are getting a chance to set up a new sense of home in the world, or feeling at home in the world. Because with the Ten of Pentacles, a lot of you Piscean people are going to be going through breakthrough after breakthrough, which is going to essentially set you up with a brand new territory to settle for yourself. And with this Ten of Pentacles, this could actually indicate a huge influx of either new wealth or possibly a new expanse opening up to you as far as maybe a career or family ambition or growth opportunity is concerned that will also make that so. Because the Ten of Pentacles is also about setting up a new sense of stability, a new sense of permanence, a new sense of longevity, you are going to notice that you are essentially overwriting or building over a lot of what you have considered to be commonplace in your life in recent months or recent years. It's kind of like knocking down a building and building over it, or knocking down a building and then, moving away and building what we want or what we would have desired in the first place on top of something else. With the Ten of Pentacles, this is a massive transformation month for a lot of you. And a lot of you are also going to be finding that this is attracting a great new deal of community and a whole new sense of family closeness as well. However you define family, whether it's bloodkin or chosen family or soul family, of course, that's going to be on a Pisces to Pisces basis. With your material circumstances, your work, your job, your finances, career, living situation as it relates to practical matters, you do have the Nine of Swords upright and the Three of Wands upright. And so the Nine of Swords upright is indicating here that there is going to be, there could be some strife or some issues come up about something that is no longer sustainable that you have been maybe gunning for in recent history. When I say recent history, this is going back a couple of years. And this could be something that maybe you have been trying to see through simply because either it's what you started or you feel it would be an incomplete thing to move away from. Whether it's scrapping a project, finally taking a transfer, finally taking a new job, finally accepting a move, finally accepting that something is not necessarily what you have cracked it up to be. And with the Nine of Swords, this could be a difficult month in terms of just going through the process of accepting that and getting ready to move on. However, I do want to mention with the Three of Wands upright, I think a lot of this Nine of Swords upright is actually happening because of a positive development as well. A big break that actually freaks you out. Now, this can happen sometimes where we are getting some kind of message of an acceleration or a big breakthrough, whether it's happening to us financially, it's happening in terms of maybe news with an ally, a collaborator, a business partner, or a big change going on in our place of employment that is giving us the freedom and the latitude to take a big step. But it requires us also dismantling and pulling apart a lot of things that maybe we've become attached to or associated with or even identified with. This could indicate, however, a big turning point that brings about that Ten of Pentacles upright experience that we spoke about in the very beginning. So I want a lot of you Piscean people to navigate this carefully and make sure that you are not trying to see something through just because you feel like you can't walk away until something is finished. Sometimes the fact that something isn't going anywhere or isn't taking you where you want to go is enough reason. That is the end. And with the Three of Wands, this accelerant, something speeding up, again, you are getting a lot of yes answers. You are essentially dropping something in favor of having a much more deeply personal and fulfilling opportunity be gifted to you. Just don't let the guilt or the stress, the anxiety of trying to coordinate it or fit it in slow down the acquisition of such a thing. When it comes to your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you do have the Hanged Man upright and the Five of Wands reversed. And a lot of you Piscean people may find with the Hanged Man that you are putting either an individual, a household, maybe it's another family, or a part of your community on ice for this month. And this may not necessarily be for a bad reason. With the Hangman upright, I think that you are taking space because there is something that you have to do where you are putting maybe yourself and all that are really connected to that endeavor, really resonant, really actually the core of the situation first. This Hangman upright may be you actually washing your hands of a position of management, facilitation, or leadership in a social structure or in a family group or in a community that has basically had you putting your own life on hold for quite some time. I don't see this necessarily being the end of the world, even though it is the Hanged Man and we are talking about putting things on ice. I do feel like this is actually a largely empowered decision, but it may not necessarily be understood by those that may have been benefiting from you maintaining the old way. When it comes to the Five of Wands reversed, I am also seeing a fair amount of you Piscean people reorganizing your social availability by attempting to close some gaps and purge some distractions that have been coming between you and essentially the people you want to work more closely with. And I do think that this goes across the board, so whatever capacity of connections you are trying to have. The Five of Wands reversed can indicate the simplification is just simply coming because you are deciding to dedicate more attention to those that you wish to, or it could be that you are closing a distance by actually patching up difficulties or troubleshooting certain hurdles or walls that have been put in your way. Some of you may also find that this is a month where there is a peace being made, or at least an armistice being made in a feud that has been going on between you and a relative, you and in-laws, or maybe you and an old friend or associate for some time. When it comes to your challenge this month, you do have the Three of Pentacles upright and the Four of Swords reversed. With the Three of Pentacles, while we are doing a big cleaning up of a lot of how we have been spread a bit too thin, or maybe having our time monopolized by certain corners of our social groups or social connections, the Three of Pentacles is indicating that your biggest challenge is making sure that you still allow yourself to be a part of a tight-knit group or be a part of your group. Pulling your round table, pulling your fellowship closer is crucial at this time. And having one and allowing yourself to invest in those that you feel are actually a part of that core may be a challenge, which is why we're doing so much cleanup with the Hanged Man and the Five of Wands reversed. The Three of Pentacles is also indicating that you may need to also let people into situations that you've been trying to do all by yourself. And this also applies to both you and a partner, letting other people in when it comes to maybe having the household receive some backup, some social support from the rest of the village. Making sure that you are allowing yourself to be on a strong team is not just about weeding out that which is not necessarily creating a healthy team dynamic. It's about remembering that you still want to empower and strengthen and nurture a strong team with those that are highly capable, with those that do maintain their own high standards of excellence, and those that are willing to work hard with and for you. When it comes to your Challenge with the Four of Swords reversed. This is going to be a month where you're gonna want to make sure that you are not rushing things, and making sure that you are actually allowing things to have a healthy pace set and understanding how proper pacing works. With the Four of Swords reversed, there are going to be a lot of big bursts of new news, game-changing news, and it can be tempting to try and bring everything to a perfect arrangement overnight. It may be tempting to make a giant leap. It may be tempting to just decide, you know what, we're going to do it. We're going to make this shift. We're going to change lanes here. I'm going to say yes to this. I'm going to overcommit myself to this new position at work. I'm going to overcommit myself to this new project. I'm going to just, pack up in the night and run. Don't rush everything to the point where it's unstable. The Four of Swords reverse is indicating that a lot of positive things are coming your way, but if you rush their development and rush their form, it may not come out of the oven as nicely as it could, and we may actually put it at risk. So stay engaged, stay involved, don't take it all on by yourself, keep people informed, but remember that this is a month-long thing. This is not something you have to do all in one day, whatever comes up. When it comes to your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed and the Two of Cups reversed. And this month with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, there may be some things that come up between you and a partner or you and somebody new where I feel like there is a need to address possibly a not so great dynamic to a good chemistry that needs to be addressed. This can show, with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, what can often happen is that there could be a falling back on bad relationship habits or bad conditioned behavior in the interest of trying to bring about success and love to the partnership, whether it's between you and a spouse or you and somebody new or recent. We want to catch ourselves as these things happen. Is somebody overperforming because they're feeling like that's their job? They need to prove themselves. Is somebody maybe going too fierce into trying to affirm affection, but they're coming on too strong? Is there maybe a codependent situation that might need to be nipped in the bud so that we can have a more secure attachment style? This is going to be a conversation that we will probably come to a lot this month, but it's important because with the Two of Cups reversed, another big part of this month for a lot of you Piscean people is really doing a lot of deep work on purging what is coming between you and a partner, or having the partnership that you desire, or having a chance to get closer to maybe somebody new that you desire. Because with the Two of Cups reversed and the Nine of Pentacles reversed, I'm seeing a wedge that is going to be getting addressed. Now, whether the wedge is something from the external or something that you and your intended created yourselves, or something that was maybe always there, something left over from the past, of course, we are going to need to be able to address it with purpose and intent, because I do feel like there is a chance to optimize this chemistry to actually get the best, most mutually enhancing and complementary connection possible with whomever you desire it to be with. But I do feel that ultimately these things need to be dealt with first, or it's going to be a real slog to get there. So that is what I've got for you Piscean people. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.